Hi everybody, this is Gary Demas Ultimate Timing, and this is our technical video report for Wednesday, April 16th, 2025. I want to show you the morning notes, what I put out. So I said the first hour trading is going to be crucial. We need to monitor the ES because the numbers that I was looking at was all the ES. So I said if the bulls can defend the 53.40 lows, that was the overnight lows. If that level holds, then we should see higher. That's what, we have to see what was going to happen. Either the lows are going to hold or we were going to break below them. And if we broke below those, if that level fails, we could see it move towards the 52.60. So let's take a look. Here's the line in the sand. We came down, we popped up. This was last night. We popped up, we came down, we held support right here. And from there, we started rallying, and I was really thinking that these lows were going to be in place, and I was thinking a lot higher than where we were, and started doing some, I started positioning some trades that I'll go over a little bit later. But when we started coming down, things were still looking like we were just back testing and going to head up. But then we had Powell. I'm trying to figure out why he said what he did, because everything that he said was just speculative. That the tariffs were going to be inflationary and was going to slow growth. But there's a 90-day pause, and we have over 140 countries that are trying to work out deals. We have China that says they want to come to the table to try to talk. So, to sit there and say that, that this was going to really affect our economy when he has really no idea. This has nothing to do with the Federal Reserve. And, why he said that, I'm still scratching my head. Maybe it was revenge back to Trump because he knows he's not going to be the Fed chairman come next year. But whatever it is, it seemed very, very political in my eyes. And I don't really understand why he would say something like that. But here we go. We had it, and the ES plunged. This was my downside target, actually right here, 52.60, and we made it to 52.50. So 10 points under that, and then we shot back up. So let's take a look at the S&P now and see what's going to happen. If the bulls can get it above this 53.38 level, then I believe they're going to be, they're going to be heading higher, and we're not going to have any pullback. But if we sit there and the futures open up down tomorrow, and this is going to be the buy zone where I do believe we are going to see a very, very good bounce, probably, and I'm still eyeing down that 5,700. Today did not do anything to that. We're still, we only did let me do this, just to give you an idea of where we are. So hang on one. Okay, so what I did is I just put some Fed numbers on here, and the reason why I'm still on the side that we're going to be heading up to somewhere to these levels here. This is just a 38% retracement from these lows to this high. So there's nothing that's out of the ordinary that just went on. I mean, today was definitely exaggerated. And again, you could blame that on our Fed chairman. I don't really have any idea why he did what he did. But, another thing that he's, he was saying is that, rate cuts are off the table because inflation is going to be high. But inflation was actually higher when he did the 3 rate cuts last year. So again, I'm not going to go into the political stage of it, but to me, that's what it is. That's what's going on right now with him. And the sooner we can get him out, because he's a horrible Fed chairman. Everyone that's been in really for the last 10 years has been absolutely horrible. I don't care if you go from Bernanke to Yellen, who may have been the worst. I don't even know why she's in economics on TV, because everything she says pretty much is wrong. And Powell with the transitory inflation during the Biden years, and just being pretty much dead wrong about everything. Just get him out of the way. That's really what I'm thinking. But let's get back to the markets here. So we're doing this. We did a retracement, 38% retracement. Can we get a bounce up to the 53.27 level? But this is going to be where the resistance is. And if these lows are taken out, then this is going to be the buy zone right here. And it's going to be the buy zone that I believe from these levels, either the 5,200, 5134, shoots us back up all the way into the 56. I'm still looking at these levels up here as upside targets. So there's going to be a huge rally after this, and we have to just, the main thing is, these support levels have to hold. And if we go back to the 60-minute chart, you can see it. We could even go down to the 51, 56, 50, 80, and it's still a regular retracement. And the upside target is remaining up at these levels. That has not changed right now. And I don't think it's going to. But, the 56, 53, and then you have the 5,700. That's right above it. So these levels are here that I believe will be in play. But once we get to, say, this, not even this top, I would say right around, if we can get long at the levels that I'm saying right here and able to ride it up, I would sit there if once we get up to these highs here, the 54 or 5,500 level, take some off and then just let the other ones ride until we get up into the 5650, 5700. Once we're there, that's when I believe we're coming back down and these lows will be taken out. But the thing is, what I've been saying, and I mentioned it in the morning notes today, was that, I was looking for the end of April, early May as a low, but we're kind of stretching things out right now. So if we make that rally up to here in say the next 2 weeks, what that's going to be, it's going to be an inverted cycle, and this most likely will be the top, and then we head down, and all it's going to do is extend the low into June. And once that is made, again, I'm looking, we're going to be making new all-time highs. So I always thought that volatility was going to be here. I didn't think it was going to go anywhere. It is, and right now, again, I was saying we wanted to look for buying areas down here. Right now, we wanted to wait. Now we're waiting for this zone right here. If it gets down to the 5,200, 5,134. These areas here are where you want to buy, and then that's where I believe the next extended rally will go up into the upside targets of, say, 5,600, 56. 60, 5,700, somewhere up into these levels. Then we're back down, and then from there we are rallying up to the new all-time highs. So that's kind of the projection that I'm looking at right now. So let's just go a little bit closer and zoom in here. And again, downside, we already know. If these lows are taken out, look at the 5,200 level. 5,200 is taken out, then we're looking at a move coming down probably to the 5,134. That matches up with the, we even have the 5,160. That could be support. But really, this is why I'm looking at this area here. Anywhere from the 5,156 to the 5,134. And this is just normal support. So this would be the buy zone for a rally up to that 5,700. If the bulls can move up, this is going to be the major, well, first of all, obviously they're going to have to get back above the 5,290. If they do that, then I'm looking at that move up to the 5,338, where we're going to have to make a little bit of a decision. And if they end up doing that right away, then really what I would be looking at is maybe a pullback and back up. And then towards the end of the day, probably some profit taking if people got long at this, or say some people that got long up here and are now, saying, oh, I'm back to even again, so I'm just getting out. But in any case, I could see towards the end of the day seeing some sellers step in. But tomorrow, you want to be buyers, especially if we come down into these areas. If we jump straight up, I would just wait, just because I would expect some type of little pullback. But I do believe that we're going to be heading higher tomorrow. So let's see what plays out tomorrow. Oh, hang on one second. Okay, so this is what I was talking about. This is having, I had three different positions on, and that was the call and the put that I closed that. But here's the open one that I have. So we already made 58.50. If these expire worthless, I'm gonna make money on it. I'm already up 930. I could have closed this for a decent amount, but I wanted to leave some on just because we did pretty good already. Like I said, right now we're risking maybe $800 if both of these expire worthless, which I don't believe they're going to. I think either if we come down and we head down to our to the support zone first. Then what happens is I'm going to close the put side of it, and then I am going to I may buy calls down there at a lower level and just let these run. So decent day today, 55.80. Like I said, we've been doing pretty good right now. Things are going well, and that's about it. Just stay. The way that I look at this market now that the condor trades just don't work because of the volatility, is you just hedge both ways all the time and you just manage that position. So with that, have a great night, and I will talk to you guys.